What will happen if EA buys Minecraft? Welcome back to Bobicraft. For this, we will go to our interdimensional time machine. Okay, we have arrived. We are on a computer desktop. Let's see what happens when we open Minecraft bought by EA Sports.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Well, the start is not bad at all. It is quite sticky, but come on, we are going to a world. Okay, we are already here, a world of Minecraft under the mandate of Electronic Arts. The first thing that would happen is that we would see EA's obsession with microtransactions. But to understand this, let's see what a microtransaction is. In a nutshell, it means all those payments that a player can do within a game, either to progress faster in the game or to get special items such as skins. There is nothing wrong with it. Anyone can do anything with their money. The problem is that Electronic Arts is one of the most hated video game companies for abusing microtransactions in virtually all of their games. However, many people don't know that Electronic Arts wasn't always obsessed with microtransactions. In its beginnings, this company wasn't so hated, but let's see when it started with this obsession. This company started developing video games in 1983. The company has its own team of developers and programmers. However, Electronic Arts was always interested in expanding quickly. But if this company wanted to grow so fast, they were not going to be able to do it alone. So the company had the excellent idea of buying small game development companies, and those quickly grow its catalog of games. Not for nothing, Electronic Arts owns more than 134 different games. Before buying a lot of video game companies, they made normal and current games, but during the years 1990 and 2003, the first games with microtransactions began to arrive. For example, one of the first games with microtransactions was an arcade game called Double Dragon 3. Obviously, this game didn't have an online store like today. However, you could get special items every time you put more money into the machine. Also, at the time of inserting target coins, you could get more life or special powers. Many video game companies, realizing that they could earn more money with their games, began to copy this business method. For example, in 2001, a time when the video games were more advanced, new games like Habbo arrived, a game that became extremely popular, because here you could join a virtual world, have your own house, meet virtual friends. However, this company adopted microtransactions on the internet. In this game, there is something called credits, and you can buy them with real money. With these credits, you can buy bread, furniture, and many other items much faster and getting them normal in the game. During these years, Electronic Arts realized the incredible potential that microtransaction games had. Since EA had always seen itself as a company that wanted to grow a lot in money, that's why 7 years later, specifically in 2008, EA launches The Sims 2. Many of you will know it, a game where you can have your own virtual life with characters, houses, and other things. But The Sims 2 game would completely change EA video games. This is because The Sims 2 introduced a virtual store. In this virtual store, you could buy points to exchange them for items within the game. By this formula, the players no longer only bought the game, they kept buying and buying. EA made a lot of money with these microtransactions and would repeat the same method in all his next games. So, if Electronic Arts were to buy Minecraft, they would squeeze everything in the game to earn much more money. For example, to be able to really enjoy the full experience of The Sims, you have to pay a lot of DLCs and expansions. Your Minecraft world will look ordinary. You could easily go for wood, build your little house, mining the caves, but to really enjoy the full Minecraft experience, you would have to take out your credit card. In case you have already finished all your projects on the surface, you most likely want to go to the Nether. And when you build your portal and try to power it up, you wouldn't have access to the dimension. Very surely, EA would consider the other dimensions as packages that have to be bought. In case you want to experience the new netherite armors and nether biomes, you will have to buy the DLCs. But then, how would you finish Minecraft? Well, you have to keep in mind that Minecraft doesn't really have an end. Of course, killing the dragon is something very important for our game. But when you kill the dragon, the game doesn't end. You just go back to where you started. At the end of the day, the most important thing about Minecraft is our creativity. and we can play the game perfectly without the need to kill the dragon. Once this is known, EA could restrict access to Dimension, as if they were expansions to have more content, like all future updates. Perhaps the only thing free would be a small bug fix updates, like the one with the bees. But that doesn't end here. In some games with microtransactions, they sell some DLCs to have a boost. For example, for an amount of money, you will have more experience for 30 days. Very surely, Electronic Arts would give a utility to the luck potion effect. This potion effect is unusable and cannot be obtained in survival, as they could add, look, DLCs or a DLC that you would have to pay with real money and that would last a while. Perhaps it would give you more chances of getting diamonds, more loot in the chest, better items in fishing, a lot of other things. Okay, without a doubt it's a very disastrous timeline, but right now we have to return to our universe. Perfect, we have returned to the normal world. Any of us would think that EA would only add microtransactions, but the reality is that they would do something much worse. They would eliminate forever single-player worlds. But how is this possible? Well, as you can see in the news here, Electronic Arts has joked about the single-player video games. For example, in this tweet from here, he said, "They are a 10, but they only like playing single-player games," criticizing his own consumers for playing single-player games. And not only that, on several occasions, EA has said that single-player games are dead. Little by little, Electronic Arts is more and more against single-player focused games, and they prefer multiplayer, which is why there is a chance that we would be left without survival if EA owned Minecraft. Survival and creative mode would most likely be within cooperative servers. We could survive with microtransactions, but a Minecraft where we can be alone to enjoy our worlds, it would be the complete end of this Minecraft game. A game that has helped many of us when we have been alone. Luckily, this situation doesn't exist. Although yes, the company has gradually regained the trust of the players. It has greatly reduced its microtransactions, and we hope that in the future they will be a better company. Surely you haven't seen all the episodes of What If. So here is a playlist, and on the right you have a video suggested by the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget your generous like that supports me to keep going.